Okay, so hey guys, this is going to be a homemade, healthier version, I guess, of French fries. What you're going to need is some potatoes, and you want to scrub them really well. I scrubbed mine already, and we're just going to peel them. I'm just going to use this hand peeler, and we're just going to peel the skins off of them. You could also leave the skins on them if you do like the skin. Sometimes I do. Today I'm not. Okay, so once we rinsed our potatoes, we're just going to start cutting them. And I really want to get one of those slicers. It's just one of those things that you don't realize you have until you go to use it, and like you never bought one. Anyway, that's how I am with a slicer. I need to pick one up. I'm going to actually look on Amazon as soon as I'm done with this video. But if you're like me and don't have a potato slicer or French fry cutter or whatever, we're going to do it the old school way with a knife. So I'm just going to take a potato, and you want to try to cut these as thin. Well, I like ours thin, but you want to cut them as consistently as you can. So it's going to take them all the same amount of time to bake them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut mine in half, and then I'm going to start just cutting cubes, and try to cut it, like I said, as evenly as you can. It can be hard. Don't cut your finger. So I'm going to cut them kind of like that. But you just want to try to get them the same consistency like that. You might have to just keep moving your potato around. And then you can always finish them up differently. So that's what they look like. I'm going to finish cutting all of my potatoes. Okay, so this is what my potatoes look like, and I am going to get a bowl of water right now. Okay, so I just got a bowl of cold water. I like to have my potatoes soak in water for about 30 minutes. I have some kosher salt. I'm just going to stick some salt in there, and we're going to put these into the water and leave them soak in there for a little bit. This way they don't get brown. Sometimes as soon as they hit air, like banana or something, they get kind of like a brownish look to them. The salt will bring out like the cornstarch in it, and it'll make them a little bit more crispy for the oven. I'm going to have to add a little bit more water in here, but that's okay. So we're going to stick them all in here. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. And then I'm going to stick some more water in there. Make sure it's really cold water. Okay, so that's what they look like. We're going to leave them sit in here for about 30 minutes. Okay, so mine have been soaking for about, I don't know, about 40 minutes because I was doing laundry. But I'm going to drain these, and the next part is really important because you want to dry them completely or they won't brown as well while you put them in the oven. So I'm going to drain the water out of mine, and I'm going to place mine on paper towels, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to lay some paper towels down, and we're going to lay our fries down on here. Why we soak them in water is because potatoes have starch, so by soaking them in salt water, it brings out the starch a little bit, and it'll make them more crispy. So I'm going to lay mine out a little bit even so they dry out, and then after they're dry, we can stick them on the baking sheet. So I'm going to let mine dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all mine laid out, and I'm going to let them dry there for a little bit, and then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so once our potatoes are dry, I'm going just to take a bowl, and I'm going to take some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to put some in here, and we're going to mix our fries around so they get evenly coated so they don't stick and burn when we put them in the oven. So I'm just going to stick, I don't know, maybe 3 tablespoons in there. And then I'll put our fries in here. And then we'll just mix them around. And then we'll stick them on our cookie sheet and we will bake them for about 45 minutes. You have to keep checking them and flipping them so they don't stick and burn. So I'm just going to put these all in here. I'll mix them up. You can season them however you want. I'll probably just salt mine. And then you can use really whatever you want to do to dip them with like that. So I'm just going to use my hands like this and just make sure they're evenly coated. Okay, so mine have olive oil all over them. We're just going to sit them on a baking sheet and bake them for about 45 minutes. I'm just going to stick them on there, and then you want to make sure they're evenly on here so they don't stick together or anything like that. You can also spray this if you'd like, but the olive oil should do the trick. But you're going to have to keep flipping these so they get brown on all sides. Make sure you salt them too before you stick them in the oven. I think I forgot to say that, but yeah, I'm going to throw them in the oven. Make sure they're salted, seasoned, whatever you want to do. You can do it afterwards, but I like to do it before, so I will show you what they look like once they come out. Okay, so after our fries come out, this is what they look like. I already had a few and they are amazing. I have one more tray actually in the oven right now, but definitely let me know if you guys try these.